Want to see something cool?
All right.
I have a green screen. Watch this.
Yes.
So I'm going to drink out of my cup. I don't
It'd
know
be
how
cool
it.
as if you had a completely green cup and it just like floated.
Yeah, would you see water coming out? Oh, it's not an X-ray cup. Never mind.
An X-ray cup.
All right.
It looks like you have holes in your cup. It looks
I
like
know.
your cup is faulty, is what it
We
looks
used to have
like.
a dribble. We used to have a dribble cup that we got. My dad and I would always give it to each other. So.
All right. Well,
All
you ready to
right.
give the people what they want, Moe?
You're
That's what it
welcome.
is. I have no beads for you today. I'm so sorry.
Well, that was a waste of a lift. I have my gratitude bracelet beads. Does that count?
Yay. I have my purple one on today.
Yay.
3 things every day
For
for
which you
which
are
to be
grateful
grateful.
for.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm a little bit late in my gratitude journal, but I made an entry
All
last
right.
night. Okay,
You
sorry.
did. I
Don't
saw that.
stop distracting me.
Here we go. Hey, everybody.
I'm Mo.
And I'm Katie. And this is the Mo
Mo
and
and Katie
Katie Show.
show. I put my inflection on a different word that time. I'm not sure why. The Mo and Katie
Ooh,
show.
tossing it up.
The Mo
Tossing
and
it up a
Katie
little bit.
show. Anyway, how are you?
Well, I'm good, Moe. How are you? It's
Uh,
mid-December.
so crazy. It's so crazy. This
It is.
I'm like in a time warp.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
do
just
the
strange.
time warp again. Okay, that's all.
So if you're listening to this audio podcast, we just
Sorry.
want to say, take a moment and hop over to the YouTube channel because we are now releasing all of our audio podcasts as video, much less edited on the Zoom, and sometimes
No
some
edited
little,
on the Zoom.
treats before and after. So, it sounds like we're dancing. We
We
are, and you
were.
can go
Yeah.
over and see us dancing.
I got some
So,
moves. Anyway,
so, the question everyone's asking Moe this time of year is, how are you doing with your Christmas shopping? How's your Christmas shopping coming along? Everybody wants to talk about that. Everybody's so
I haven't
nosy.
started yet,
How's your
so
Christmas shopping?
I haven't started yet, but I will. I like to take advantage of
You
the
got.
sales after Christmas. So, in
So
fact, I
it's
think a
funny that
lot
you
of.
say that because
Go ahead.
It's funny that you say that because that's actually my family and I, due to work schedules and stuff, we won't be together. My immediate family won't be together on Christmas Day this
Uh-huh.
year. Um, so we are going to, we did this a few years ago. We're going to establish another day, like possibly New Year's Day, and pretend it's Christmas and treat it like Christmas. And the last time we did it, it was wildly successful. But the bonus is we all have one extra week to shop, which is great.
Happy birthday, Jesus. We're gonna celebrate in January.
Jesus gets 2 birthdays this year.
Yeah, yeah.
So shopping and waiting till the last minute to shop are things going on in the
You
world.
don't wait till the last
Moe,
minute.
tell us.
You shop after the clock has expired. Good Lord.
That's post-minute shopping. Um, all that aside, Moe, tell us what is going on in the world today.
So, you ever heard of Misery Loves Company?
Yes, sure.
And I think that shared misery makes a party. So I'm going to coin that phrase now. But there was
Okay.
60 people that basically got snowed in a pub in Britain. And so
Okay.
it's called the Tan Hill Pub, and it's the highest public house, so pub. It's the highest pub in Britain. It's at 1,700 feet above sea level. So anyway, people
Oh,
come up
wow.
there, but they got snowed in. So there was a huge snowstorm, took out the power, and these 60 people were stuck in the pub for 3 days. But they had a
Oh my
great
gosh.
time. Happened to be a Oasis cover band in there. They also had trivia night, and so they had trivia questions in there. And they basically just made beds, and everybody just kind of crashed on the floor for 3 days. And they said it was like a life-changing experience. And
Oh, that's
everybody that came
fantastic.
together, but it reminded me of Come From Away, like when there's kind of like this just
Mm,
awkward natural not natural but an awkward situation that brings a bunch of people together, and there's this shared misery, but out of that comes this common bond, and you are changed by it. And I love the fact that 60 people were stuck in a pub, and I know there was at least one dog in
that's
there, so
amazing.
that brings up some questions too. If they were stuck in with a snowdrift, I guess that's side. But
Did
um,
anyone have a baby over that Woodstock?
yeah,
Were
the
there any
60
babies
went in
born in
and
the pub?
61 came out. Yeah, no. What one guy did have to be medevaced out because I think he had needed dialysis or something like that. But for the most part,
Wow.
everybody they were in there and they made the best of the situation. They had the Oasis cover band, they had the trivia, they had tabletop games, and just the people working together. I just love stuff like that. I think that's so cool.
That is amazing. I think as an extrovert, when I hear of things like that, I'm like, oh, I wish I would have been there. That would have been so fun. It's like the you and I could have been like the mistresses of ceremonies and
Right.
like, okay, guys, here's the next thing we have
Yeah, like we are out of questions. We're gonna make this up now.
planned. That's right. That's
And I
awesome.
apologize if you can hear the dogs barking. I think Jen just got home, so
No, that's okay. I can't hear your dog. Are you insinuating that your feet are sore or your dog's literally barking?
my dogs are barking. All three of them.
The question is now, why does Mo have 3 feet?
I have three dogs.
Okay, yes,
Ugh.
literal talks.
Anyway, yeah.
All right.
Kudos to the Tan Hill Pub and everybody that was in there and made the best of a worst situation. It wasn't a worst situation.
That's
Make the best
fantastic.
of a bad situation.
Just an inconvenient situation. That's all.
Eh.
So good. Well, I would like to tell you about. I'd like to tell you about a pooping man in Spain.
I'm sorry, it sounded like you said a pooping man in Spain.
That is exactly what I said.
What is it with you and poop? You no, look, you've done the poop coin machine in Korea.
That's true. And I did a poop story last week too.
I know, I know. And I know what you're
I don't
thinking. I
know.
know what you're thinking. You want to know if you're going to be dung doing those.
It just feels right to me.
Yeah, well, it's time to feces the facts. You know what I
Do you
mean?
hear that? Yeah.
Yeah, fecal. I got it. I mean, I understood the pun.
Oh, you make me laugh so hard that I can't get through my story. Okay. So there is a tradition in
Okay, I'm sorry.
Catalan, Spain.
I just have to cut you off. You led in with a man with poop in Spain, and then you started with there's a tradition.
Well, there is.
I'm nervous, and I've told you not to do these before.
Well, it'll work in a pinch. Okay. As
Oh. Okay, go on with the poop tradition in Spain, or as they say in Spain, el tradición de la poop. Sorry.
So in Catalan, Spain, they have a tradition, and the tradition is they have nativity scenes, and there's always a figurine of a man pooping off to the side. I'm going to show you a picture of this, Moe. This is the figurine right here.
Why? Happy birthday,
So
Jesus. Here's some poop.
leaves
Gold, frankincense, myrrh, and shit.
and
Oh, sorry. Sorry, that wasn't very birthday Jesus-like. And we've lost Katie.
oh my gosh. Okay.
There's
So
three
the
wise
moving
men and one idiot.
statue.
Okay, keep going.
This moving statue is called El Canagur, El Caganer, and he's off to the corner of um, the traditional nativity scene. But this actually dates back 2 centuries. Now, to take this further, in
Okay.
Catalan, Catalonia, the word Caganer translates roughly to the word crapper. That is what he's called. Although some use rougher language, like you. But he is hidden somewhere sneakily in the nativity scene, and children actually make a game of trying to find him as he crouches in the shadows. Now, he's never in front because that would be disrespectful.
Oh yeah, that would be disrespectful.
So some state that it loosely ties back to, the fact that, Jesus came to save people from their sins and that this is a reminder of humanity's condition. Some people loosely say that, but they have become a popular figurine. People now worldwide will buy them to put them off to the side of their nativity scenes, including being made to look like celebrities. And
Hey, is there
so the lesson,
do they come in like bobbleheads? That would be kind of cool.
that would be awesome.
Can you imagine this?
But the lesson is at Christmas time in Catalonia, poop smells, but it also sells. That's what this article says. And I have to give a shout out. My husband is the one who sent me this article, and I told him I was going to use it on the podcast.
I know what Matt's
And
getting
if
for
anyone knows
Christmas.
my husband, that's not going to surprise anyone. So that is my story of a pooping man in Spain. In case you're listening to the auto, folks, she's just shaking her head at me at this point. But she loves me.
Wow.
All right. Well, Moe, I don't know.
I think that's your quirky fact right there.
No.
No.
Only...
The quirky fact would be if the Calgon man was made out of poop. Is
I'm
that
sure
irony?
that could be arranged.
Yes. Yeah, you can arrange the shit. So.
Well, it's irony. It's irony if you eat enough red meat. But
Oh my God. That was actually really good.
I feel like we started the podcast and we just did a very quick careen downhill.
Yeah, you know when it started. You know when the downhill started. There's a pooping man in Spain, and there's a tradition. That's when it started, and then that's all you. You just kind of got the car to the edge and just like, poof. Here's a little poof. Here's a little push.
That was it. That was it.
That was shit. Yeah, you're right.
All right. You're going to have to raise our bleeping budget if you keep this up.
I got like 4. Shit, there's 5.
All right. All right. So not only do I have a quirky fact, I have a double quirky fact today. Yes.
Oh,
double. Two for one.
2?
It's a pre-Christmas special. It's number 2.
Yeah.
I have 2 quirky facts.
Hey, I will be on cussing probation, but you need to go on poop probation. And I'm saying with respect to the podcast, no more poop stories until the new year.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, there's definitely a trend there. I should probably talk to someone about that.
Yeah, it's not me. All right, tell me your...
someone professional. Okay.
Yeah, again,
so we're going to, spoiler alert, we're going to talk about Christmas songs today. So my quirky facts have to do with 2 Christmas songs. Okay. First of all, do you know what the first song was that was played in space?
I'll Be Home for Christmas.
No, but that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, let's change a quirky fact. Let's make that the answer.
So on December 16th, 1965, that NASA's Gemini 6A played the song Jingle Bells, and it holds the record for being the first song ever to be played in space. That is a thoroughly researched quirky fact. Bam.
Take that, Carrie and Saru. Wait. It was the first song ever played in space, or the first Christmas song ever played in space?
The first song ever played in space.
Wow. Okay.
I know.
All right,
and then one more, and this is for you to guess. Okay. If you were to buy someone all of the things listed in the song, The 12 Days of Christmas, how many gifts would that be total? Now, keep in mind, each day you get, there's basically 12 partridges by the end, because there's one each day. And yeah. So it's not just 11, 12 plus 11 plus 10. It's all of them.
Oh, there's a lot of math.
And they're mostly birds too. Like, who wants this many?
Yeah, I don't know. Are these cage-free birds or shade?
They're homeschooled.
Okay,
and
so
massaged. So
so a little bit more. So I would say, probably like $12,675.
Well, it's not the cost; it's how many presents. Like how many actual presents will you have bought somebody?
1,200.
Yes.
200. 287.
Oh, you're kind of close. 364.
So that's 5.
And most of those are birds.
7 times, so 35. How many of each thing would I get?
So you'd get. Okay.
Oh, come on! I want an itemized list. Holy hell!
Well, you would get 12 partridges. You would get 11 times 2. You would get 22 French hens. you would, I don't know, somebody break this down, make a spreadsheet. But the answer is 364 presents by the
I'm gonna
time
need to see
the
that list
whole thing
itemized. All right,
is there. Okay.
first listener to post or email us an itemized list of all the things wins. Okay.
Yes. We need to know. That's right.
Yes.
And we'll get a bigger house
The
in the
prize at
meantime.
stake will be a pooping man, roughly in the tradition of the Spanish tradition of el pooping man de la
La
Christmas,
crapper.
la crapa.
La Navidad. All right. Please save the
Feliz
podcast for me.
Navidad.
And
Feliz Navidad. Bam. That happened.
Barrett drops the mic.
Yeah, Barrett wads up a bunch of toilet paper and just drops it slowly.
Oh my
Perfect.
goodness. All right. Well, tell us what, save us, Mo. Tell us what today is, please.
I don't know that I can. But it's kind of interesting you talked about the thing in space because December 17th, which is today, right? Okay. December 17th is
Yes.
the Wright Brothers Day. This is the day that they had the first successful flight of heavier than air
Cool.
mechanically propelled airplane. So this happened in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina in 1903.
Awesome.
So it is interesting because
Wow.
early in the week, I got to do an interview to get to talk about the C5. And one of the coolest facts about the C5 is the Wright brothers' first flight that happened today in 1903, not today, but in 1903, was shorter than the length of the cargo compartment of the C5. So I just thought it was kind of a cool bookend to the week.
That's so cool. And you and I were recently talking about the C5, which is what you flew the majority of your career in the Air Force. And it's the second largest plane in the world. Is that what you said?
Third technically, but it's the largest in the
Third. Okay.
US Air Force. Yeah.
It's so cool. Big old plane.
Yeah.
So the Wright brothers could have done their entire flight inside the C5, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So that's a quirky fact wrapped up in today's holiday, Mo.
Yeah, so I guess you didn't
coming
really
over
have
the
to go.
dark
So I'll
side.
edit your quirky fact out. It's fine.
Yet I gave you two because I care. I'm a giver.
Do you though?
Feliz Navidad. All right. Well, speaking of Christmas songs,
Speaking of
I thought it would be fun.
Sorry. That's like 6. Wow, we're on a toilet paper roll today.
We're on a roll. So speaking of, you and I are both musicians. Music is actually how you and I met each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it would be fun to talk about Christmas songs and what are your favorite Christmas songs? Do you have any funny stories about Christmas songs, any traditions, anything like that? Now, I am in the midst of Christmas songs right now because I tend to assign my students Christmas songs this time of year. So we've been doing them since mid-November. So there's that.
So just about a month after the retail stores started playing Christmas songs.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, gosh, I think Halloween weekend was when I heard my first Christmas song in a store, and I'm like, come on.
No.
No,
I mean, there should be a rule, you don't play Thanksgiving music until after Halloween, and you don't play Christmas music until I'm like, let's just get
all those Thanksgiving playlists, It's all those Thanksgiving
I
songs.
have a bunch of Thanksgiving playlists. I played them at trivia night.
Aw.
Yeah, the Thanksgiving
Gobble gobble
song. Yeah, gobble
gobble gobble.
Okay, so but we're not talking about Thanksgiving songs. We're talking about Christmas songs.
No.
Okay.
We are. So do you have any particular favorites? Do you like the traditional Christmas hymns, or are there more modern ones that you like? What do you like?
Well, I think my favorite, probably most modern hymn that we sang in church, and so we're Lutheran, so we do things a little bit different. It was "Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer." I think that's probably one of my more just the feel good feelings that you sing. It's the last one with the candles, and then you blow.
Except you sing it in a minor key.
Sure.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Okay, when you say we're both musicians, I like to listen to music. You can geek out over that. So I think technically you are the musician. I'm just
stop.
I can press play. So anyway, yes,
you're my baritone.
Yeah, I like the so there was another one that was done years ago, and it was dogs barking jingle bells.
Oh, that's just good stuff right
Yeah,
there.
and I think there's a commercial out
That's
right
good
now that's
stuff.
got the dogs barking or something like that. But
Do you know one of our family favorite songs is Dominic the Donkey? Are you familiar with that one?
I am not. But he sounds like an ass.
Oh, you. I just like I could not have pitched that more across home plate.
Hey, nice sports ball reference. Yeah, you bowled
Thank
that
you.
right in. You bowled that right over home plate for me to
Right,
do.
bowled that right through the goalposts right
Yep,
there.
yep, yep.
Um, I think we'll need to play. What I'm going to recommend is maybe at the end of the podcast today, instead of our traditional Mo and Katie bumper, that we play Dominic the Donkey. I just so it's there's hee hawing and it's fantastic. So,
I can make
um,
that happen. I'll talk to our sound editor.
okay, you have a conversation with yourself.
Yeah.
Um, but I tend to like less traditional, less well-known Christmas songs. And I think I had told you about this when I was in college. One of the coolest things I got to do in college was my sister and I were in the University of Akron Madrigal Singers.
Mhm.
And at Christmas time, we would dress up in Madrigal costume, and there was this mansion in town,
Oh,
and we would
cool.
have dinners. People would come, and we would literally walk around and sing, and we would sit across this table. There was a script, and so we sang like, and it's basically 5-6 part a cappella
Nice.
Renaissance, excuse me. And it's so fun. So I like songs like The Boar's Head, like ones that are just not quite as well.
What are the
Yes.
what are the words to Boar's Head, and what makes it a Christmas song? And you can't say just because I sang it after Halloween, that doesn't make it a Christmas
Well,
song.
it was part of the whole Christmas like meal tradition that the chef would bring in the boar's head.
What does okay again? What does
Would you
Boar's
like me to
Head?
sing a line of it?
No,
Would you
no.
would you like
I
no.
would like to know. I would like to know what a boar's head has to do with Christmas. Get me there. I mean,
It was part of the meal. It was like the
and
Christmas
hang on,
meal.
hang on, hang on. I trust that you can do it because you got from baby in a manger, no room in an inn, to man crouching and shitting by the nativity. So I trust that you can
Can
get
you
me.
stop swearing, Moe?
I'll bleep it out. Don't worry about it. I trust that you can get from boar's head to Christmas. Just I need you to
Okay.
bridge that gap for me.
So in this madrigal, in this like traditional Christmas meal, it starts off by the chef bringing in the boar's head on a plate, and they're wishing everyone to be merry and enjoy the boar's head.
Got it. I'm not
That's
talking
it.
about
I
the
mean, that's
chef's.
all.
But what does a boar's head have to do with Christmas?
It was the meal they ate. I don't know. Other than that, I
Oh,
don't know.
who ate that? Jesus and Mary and the.
Jesus did not eat a boar's head,
Well, I don't know
and
if
the
like
crappy
Gerber
man in
had
the
it like
corner.
like kind of like mushed up like
Boar's head
Gerber.
baby food.
Boar's head. Yeah. Boar's head peas
That's
and
our next.
cranberry sauce.
It does say be decked with bay and cranberry. That's part of the lyric.
Says what?
It says, the boar's head in hand bear I, be decked with bay and rosemary. Oh, it is rosemary. It's not cranberry. It's hard
Oh,
being a
okay,
verbal
okay.
processor.
No, I get it. I get it. Rosemary's Baby, Jesus, Mary, no
There,
Rose. Got it. Okay, I'll get
bam.
there. Wow.
Anyway, but I like I'm gonna move past this. I like very pretty non-traditional songs. There's a song called Still, Still, Still. That's one of my favorites. There's one called See Amid the Winter Snow. Oh, and if I can make a little plug, if anybody is in the Baltimore, DC area, my friends Todd and Allison and I this coming Sunday are doing a concert,
I'll
and
be
we're going to
there.
be singing some Christmas stuff. Well, you'll be there.
I'll be there.
But it's at 7 o'clock at Salem United Methodist in the Baltimore area. So
Yeah.
hit me up if you want more details. It's going to be good. But anyway, um, and then another thing that I really like, very dorky musical thing about me that I really like about Christmas time is Handel's Messiah. So everybody knows the Hallelujah chorus. When I was a kid, when I was like middle and high school, my parents basically made my sister and me sing in the Messiah every year for the Marian Civic Chorus. And we hated it. It was like the longest rehearsals in the world, all this stuff. But as an adult, I have such an appreciation
Yeah.
for it's an oratorio for this whole work. I absolutely love it. And
Yeah.
it's a real I love to try to listen to and it's a whole thing. People own scores and you can bring your score and sing along, and
Yeah.
it's a whole like social thing too. So
Yeah. Didn't you do
so
a
I
Zoom
love
with
that.
Patty's school? Was that the Messiah?
Yes, that
Is
was last year.
is Requiem
Patty Danner.
is Requiem and Messiah different things? Or are they the same thing?
The Messiah is it's a work, it's an oratorio. A requiem is a different kind of musical work. So a requiem is a general term for a type of music work. The Messiah technically is an oratorio.
So is Handel's Messiah, the Hallelujah chorus from Handel's Messiah, is that a requiem?
I don't think it's a requiem. A requiem is often to a song sung like in honor of the dead too. So
okay.
Not really. Yeah, it's just it's part of the work.
Those phrases out. I've just been doing a phrase contraction. So,
for anyone that has heard Mo say requiem, requiem, darn near
hardly know. Speaking of rectum, good. Yeah,
so besides Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, what other songs do you
dogs
really
barking
like?
And dogs barking jingle bells.
Dogs barking jingle bells.
I love, to me, like Christmas Eve service and singing Silent Night with the lights turned off and a candle is always like that. Yes. To me is Christmas Eve. So, but
absolutely. That's, I would say it's not Christmas till I've sung Silent Night, crying, holding the candle in my hand. It's good stuff.
Yeah. So. And Joy to the World, which I don't actually know the melody of Joy to the World because I always sing harmony. So my
that's awesome.
Is I can't.
The harmony version.
Yeah.
This Christmas I'm really excited. I'm really excited because my dad has played the organ at Emmanuel Lutheran Church in Marion, Ohio for 60. My dad has played the organ for 63 years. He's been at Emmanuel not quite that long, but he's going to be retiring. This is his very last Christmas Eve service that he's going to be playing. And so most of my immediate family is going to be there for it. And so I'm really excited about that. So
no, is he going to play it on his Lego piano or a real piano or an organ? An organ.
He's going to play it on the real pipe organ. Yeah, okay. They do have a Lego organ in the haunted house one, but that's not what he's going to be playing.
Suggs showed me her. That doesn't sound right. Suggs did not show me her organ. Suggs showed me her Lego pipe organ. That's completely different. But in keeping the theme with your GI tract of facts. So.
So, listeners, tell us, what are your favorite Christmas songs? Do you have any really odd ones that you like?
That's great. You have a favorite. I need to know the itemized list of all the 12 days of Christmas things. Okay.
All right. Okay. Fair enough.
I would also like it in like a bar chart by type of gift. Like birds would obviously be. So yeah, I mean,
people,
if you're a statistics nerd, because I'm going to do it right now, but if you're a statistics nerd or like a visual presentation, like all my Edward Tufte fans, I'm going to need to see the 12 Days of Christmas graphically. That's what I want to see, but I need to see the itemized list. Okay. So thank you. Go.
Fair enough. Oh, another one too that's popular in this area is the song, now that you live in Maryland, Mo, is Crabs for Christmas. If you haven't heard that song, oh, I want crabs for Christmas. My Christmas wishes come. Yeah. So you need to check that one out too.
No,
so
I think I've heard right there. It scratches an itch. You know what I'm saying? So.
Those kind of crabs.
Oh, well, you know.
All right.
We better end.
So yeah, Mo needs an itemized bar chart for the 12 Days of Christmas. But we hope all of you are enjoying the holiday season. We hope that you are, maybe have some of your shopping done. Who knows? But if not, just the fact that you're having fun and enjoying life right now, that's the important thing. So, and of course, as we think about the things, we reflect the things for which we're thankful. We definitely think about our listeners and those of you that are with the tribe of weirdos with the Mo and Katie show. We really appreciate you. We have so much fun doing what we do, and we hope that, you're enjoying it as much as we are. So with that, in the vein of gratitude, humor, and positivity, I will close with a gratitude quote today. Appreciation can make a day, even change a life. Your willingness to put it all into words is all that's necessary.
Love it.
And that's a quote by Margaret Cousins.
I love
it. And I think that's important. Take some time, pick up a note card and write down and tell somebody, how you feel about them, tell them how grateful you are for them. Yep. Just take some time to put your gratitude into words, and it really can change somebody's life.
Yes. And I'll put gratitude into words for Saru for sending me a Christmas card to me and Jen. It was just, it was an unexpected surprise. And I think that's the coolest thing about gratitude too, is when it kind of catches you off guard. So I was grateful to get that card. So I will close by saying, be grateful, keep laughing, and stay positive. And keep working on that bar chart.
Wonderful holidays, and we will see you very soon.
Yay! Bye!
Bye!